Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. It's a possibility, I'm sort of just thinking, maybe it's a possibility we could earn a little tiny bit of money doing that. It wouldn't be a lot. We do already have our ride-on lawnmower that we've got up here. This is basically just for helping to pass the time a little bit, but there's no other real reason than that to have the thing. And it takes a long time to drive it anywhere. And when we sell a load of grass from it, we get 300 euros, which is far, far less than we've spent just doing this fertilizing job in the first place. So, yeah, it's not really a great sort of combination. What we would do, if we were to go and do like a grass contract, whilst I really love the idea of just trying out this mower, we'll buy it and we'll see if we can have the mod increase the speed of it, see if that makes any difference. I'm really hoping that it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's not a lot that we can do about it, but it would be very, very cool if it did. No, what I was actually thinking is we'll just go for something like that one. We've got this Pottinger Nova Cat right here. The Alpine Farming Pack has given us this Sepp Nussel right here, which is 2.4 meters. I've got the front-mounted Pottinger Nova Alpine. Is it that one? Is that the front-mounted one? Yeah, that's a front-mounted one there. I really get the difference between that one and that one. I mean, yeah, he's wider, I suppose. So that one's 3.1 meters. That front-mounted one there, that's a front-mounted. That's 2.4. That's 2.6 meters. And then we got this one over here, NovaCat 301 Alpha Motion. And that's the NovaCat 301 ED. And then we've got the Nova Disc right there. That's 8.1, so he's not quite as wide as the other ones. But it would be something, probably get that one there. I'd probably give this one a whirl. We'll see what this one would be like going on the front of our tractor. And we'd have it going at full whack, the highest speed that we could possibly pull off. And then we'd have the forage wagon on the back of the tractor, and it would just be a dual combination. And we could run around and just like scoop up a little bit of grass here and there, and maybe sell that to make a bit of cash. Right now, though, it doesn't really matter. It's not something that we can afford to do right now. I don't have the money for it. And I've done everything that I need to do in here. We've got no more fertilizing that we need to do at the moment. So you can go back in here and you're done with. Don't need to do anything else with this one. Let's lower you down. Like that, and then I'll go and get the trailers hitched on so that we're ready to roll. We should be, well, we'll be able to skip the night before too long, and we're not quite going to be ready for harvesting tomorrow morning, but maybe tomorrow evening we'll be ready. I'm wondering if before we get to that point, let's jump up here, and we've got the mower parked there in the shed, see. I'm wondering if before we get to that, we can sell some of our grain, and then maybe we can upgrade the speed on the headers, which in theory should allow the combines to run faster as well, because I don't think you need to actually do anything to the combines themselves. If we go and have a look at that one there, see, it's just GPS on there. And then if I go here and I go to header right there, that's the one that we've got two of those. There, I can do the speed increase on those. So that's the ones that we will want to speed increase. Now, it was pointed out that at the beginning of every episode, you have a thing come up to say that there's paid product placement, and someone wanted to know, well, what paid product placement? It's because I am linked with, I have affiliation with Fanatical, and I have a link to them in the description. If you want to go and buy any computer games, go and try Fanatical. They've usually got some pretty good deals on there. So I said, well, it's because I'm linked to Fanatical. And so I do occasionally mention them in videos. And it was pointed out, well, actually, you did a little bit when you first got affiliated with them, but these days you never mention it. You never mention it at all, ever. Yeah, that's true. Mainly because I always feel a little bit uncomfortable, like, pushing that kind of thing towards people. I don't like to be the one that's pushing and saying, if you know, go and spend money here, because it makes me money. I get a commission on any sales through Fanatical. If you use my link in the description down below, I get a commission. And so it's not very much, and it doesn't make any difference to the price that you pay. So Fanatical's really good. They do a whole load of bundles and that, and you can pick up a lot of games for some very cheaply priced bundles. A lot of them are like old classics. There are some gems in there. I've picked up quite a few bundles, and admittedly, a lot of the games in the bundles are absolute trash, and I will never play them. They just look nice sitting in my Steam library. I can say that I've got 200 games instead of 50 games. But in the bundle, I don't buy the bundle for all of the games. I don't spend like a couple of pounds on a bundle in order to benefit from every single game. I spend a couple of pounds to get one game that has really caught my eye, and turns out it's one of those like little hidden gems from 10, 15 years ago that it's just a small game, but it's one of those that kind of grabs you and is a lot of fun, and it gives you 3 or 4 hours of entertainment, and then you move on and you find another one. I've got quite a lot of games like that I've picked up in Fanatical bundles, so I do actually use it myself. It's never. I would never ask you to go spending money or risking any details or anything like that on any kind of website that I wouldn't use myself. So there is your paid product placements. Use Fanatical if you want to buy games, and they do actually do Switch games as well. I know they do Switch games because my wife has actually bought a Switch game through Fanatical for my kids. Only one. I don't know which one it was, but there was a Switch game in there. So I'm assuming maybe a PlayStation does work as well. Most of the keys they do, though, are for Steam. Just double check when you're purchasing it whether the code is for Steam or for another one. I think I've bought GOG codes through there as well. Game... I don't know what GOG Galaxy or something. I can't remember what GOG stands for, but it's kind of like, you've got Epic Game Store, you've got GOG, and you've got Steam. So you've got 3 kind of big game things. Now, GOG has always been, well, it always was sort of all about the old classic games. They would release a lot of classic games under their title, but these days it's not just classic games that you get with GOG. You get new ones as well. Tropico 6. That was through GOG, not through Steam. So it's actually a really good platform. It's not intrusive. I would say I like the Epic Games one the least out of all of them. I was never really shy about talking about that either when I was doing games through there. Ooh, wait a minute. I don't want to do that. So yeah, there's some options there for you if you'd like to go and check them out. Central Grain Elevator, 1,391. 1,404 is the maximum price. We're selling stuff before we do anything here. We're on minus 5 grand at the moment. The reason we're selling stuff... Actually, I could get a combine going, and then we can always change over the header a little bit later once we've gone and sold some stuff. So we can get the combine running, and then I can take the trailers down to the... I kind of need the trailers for doing combining. Right, you know what? We'll be fine. We will figure this out as we go along. So I want to go, I just want to go round and round on this one. So I'm just going to bring you in there. AI vehicle extension. Off you go. And in onto there. So, yeah, anyway. Wait. H, stop. Why have you automatically gone to that? I didn't have you oh, yes I did. It was beans. It was the last bit that we picked up, wasn't it? It was beans. So I want to do that. There. And then I want to get going again, because I want to leave straw behind. We want to be picking up the straw for this, don't we? There we go. Right. You go and do that. And then you over here. We may... You know what I'm thinking? I might actually just change that header over immediately. So I need to get you down to the shop. let me go to you a second, and I'm going to start loading this one up with wheat. So it's the central grain elevator that I want to go to. Start loading this one with the wheat. I'm going to ignore that combine there for a second, and the other one I will reset it to the shop, and we will sell the header that we already own so that we can have the faster speed. I could just go and modify it. I don't know why I'm worrying about that, but you know, if I'm going to have the faster ones, I'm going to do it like this. Like this is kind of like a one little nod towards, you know, trying to do some things right on here. I'm going to do that right there, and I'm going to reset that one as well. Okay, like that, and then I can come out of there. I will move on forward a little bit, and I will get another load of wheat into there, and then I will go over to you. I only need to sell the header, not the actual combine. The combine itself is fine. I'm not going to rebuy that one. But I like the idea of a bit faster combining. It does mean, though, I think we're going to want bigger trailers. Or at least another trailer in our little road train. Maybe we could just have 3 trailers for now. That'll give us a total of 60,000 that we can tug along as we sort of go through. So let's take you over to there, and we can repair that one. So we get 27,043. 56 right there. Yeah, see, you do make a little tiny bit extra. It really is almost zero difference in it, but it is a difference. Get to you, and that one, I've already got one of these now, so I want to go to there like that. Now, 10k is standard speed. We can go up to 17k on that one. We buy that bad boy. You don't have enough money. Yeah, okay, we need to wait. That's what we're doing. We're waiting. Right. Go back over here. He got round that corner absolutely fine without any problems whatsoever. You over here. You're the one that I need to go racing off with next. I kind of like the idea of getting another trailer, but the thing is, this tractor isn't going to pull another trailer. It's going to slow us down so much that I'm not sure it's worth it. So we kind of need to... We need to work on upgrading our machinery. It's like it's all well and good having the faster combine and stuff like that, but until I can actually upgrade our tractors a bit, like too much upgrading's not really going to be beneficial. So having the faster combines, yes, that's definitely a good thing. That is going to make a big difference to our continued gameplay, but look at this. I can barely get up this hill with these trailers loaded, right? This is a genuine struggle to get up this hill. It's just not loaded. Right down to 9k now. It's not doing anything. It's like we're genuinely struggling to move in situations like this. So we're going to be genuinely struggling to move in a number of situations like this. Not only is it on here, but we're also going to be having the same kind of problems with, well, anywhere else, right? So we've got to get a bigger and a faster tractor. Now, first up, I would like to be able to upgrade the other two so that we're running faster tractors than what those are. I mean, I'd like to be able to stick with at least 150 horsepower because it's a nice bit of power that we've got on those tractors. That bit I like, but I want something that is able to traverse the roads just a little bit more quickly than what this one here can do. Or at least the hills. Like, the actual speed of the tractor going up and going along the road normally is not so bad. Now, that's something that we can put up with. Right, central grain elevator. Right here. Oop. There. And that was wheat at 1,391. I don't think that that is a price that we can argue with. I think that that is an absolutely wonderful price for us to go with right there. And that's giving us well over the 30 grand that we require to go and purchase our new header in here, which is that one with the speed increase. I notice we don't have to pay anything extra for the speed increase, which I think is quite cool. I suppose technically it ought to be charged. I don't know how to modify that mod enough to be able to make that change. I think that is something that I'd like to do, though. Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool if I don't know if I could modify it. I really don't know how I would actually be able to go about doing that. But I genuinely think that that would be a very, very awesome thing to, if I could figure out how to do it, to give the machine a price increase based on like how much faster I make it. So basically I add, say, 10% to the total cost of the machine for every 1 kilometer per hour faster that I have it. So, you know, that will be fairly basic. 10% on each one. So I have 10% extra for 1 kilometer, which means that each machine would be paying 70% extra for it when it comes to buying with the 7k extra speed boost. So a $10,000 plow, 10,000 euro plow, we'd end up paying 17,000 euros for it, right? That would kind of fit. So, but if you've got a 100,000 euro machine and then you're boosting its speed up that much, that's going to cost us 170,000. I like that idea. I do. I like that idea a lot. However, it wouldn't quite fit in with what I would want to do. That would fit this series quite well, I think. I'm kind of thinking I'd like to be able to do that, but I don't know how to do it so that it adds a percentage of the total machinery value. Like, I could probably figure out eventually how to add in the extra lines of code so that each modification for speed would add a set value. So you could say it, you know, you've got to add $2,000 for every time you increase. But when you're buying 100,000, or like one of the mowers, say, there's 300,000 euros, like adding an extra 14,000 because it's 2,000 per slot doesn't really seem all that accurate. It doesn't seem like it would be kind of like the right approach to things. And so that bit there is kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Give me some thoughts. But being able to do it based on a percentage, if there is actually a way to code that in the XML files or whatever, so that it does alter it by 10% for every kilometer per hour that you increase the speed by, I wouldn't worry about doing anything for decreasing the speed. I don't think that would, like, that shouldn't really affect it. But increasing it, when you buy the machine, that, I think, should affect it, and I think that could be a very, very awesome thing to have. Now, let's just sell this next lot here. I'm now able to buy 2 headers that are full speed, but I'm kind of thinking I want to sell the rest of the grain that we got. We got all of that wheat down there. 30,000 euros for each one. I'm liking the idea of selling the rest of it. It's just, it takes time, doesn't it? And I want those combines to be able to keep running at the same time as me doing all of this. That's why I prefer selling it straight off the field. This is why I like to sell it straight off the field. Tell you what. Are we going to sell barley off the field? What is 1258 is the best price I've seen for barley. That's down at the restaurant, though. That's not up here. If I was able to sell that up here, the grain elevator, that would be pretty cool. But that's 280, and I like to be within 10% of the top price, because 1258. So it's 250. It's not within 10% of the top price. The restaurant is just, it'd be 126. So, yeah, the restaurant is kind of almost exactly 10% below the top price that we've seen. I would like to be able to get that. Right now, though, I'm thinking I will just carry on with this bit. I need to use these. I haven't got any choice. I've got no choice. I've got to use these trailers to do it. And I've got to also use these trailers for the combining. But I tell you what I will do. I'm not going to worry about you for a minute. I am going to go to you. Take that off of there. And I'm just gonna run you through. We'll put the grain into storage. That's what we'll do. We'll put the barley all into storage. We're not going to sell it straight off the field. The only price that would be acceptable is down at the restaurant, and that's quite a long journey to go and make in the middle of the harvest. I think that's just going to end up slowing us down too much. So I will bring you in over here like this. I'll put that one out, and he should empty out that tank straight into there. There we go. Just reaching the end of it. So while he's unloading that, we can start driving on up to the top field, up to the grain elevator up there, and then we'll be able to drive that combine back out and get it going around that field again. I'm going to get this one. I'll take this one over and just get to the top of the hill up there. Actually, no, I won't. I'll get it. I'll start unloading it, and then we'll move over into the... We'll move that combine back into the field. I'll let that combine go back into the field. I won't bother driving the other one back from the shop just yet. We'll wait until that one, because I want to be able to get a good look at the new speed that we've got. That new speed, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to enjoy that. But this bit right here, if I was to put a third trailer on here, we would... This would just take too long. Like, it would slow it down so much that it just wouldn't be worth the extra trailer on there. At least I don't think it would. I mean, I could. There is a mod. Well, pretty sure there's a version of it for FS19 that basically reduces the weight of everything. It's an unrealistic one, obviously. If you want a realism one, you actually go and increase the relative weight of everything so that when you're hauling stuff up the hill like that, it takes a lot more effort than it does right now. But no, there certainly was for FS17. I'm kind of hoping there is for 19. But I don't know yet. I may not even bother going to look for it, but I kind of like the idea of taking a little search around and see if we can find one that will actually reduce the weight, the relative weight of wheat and that. So then we can stick a few more trailers on, and we don't have to be slowed right down on the hills and that. And again, this is not for realism purposes. This is so that I can quickly go and do jobs like this, and you're not all kind of stuck there watching it, bored, twiddling your thumbs while I'm doing the running backwards and forwards and doing the selling. Why did you do that? You didn't finish emptying. Why not? I know why. It's because it drifted backwards ever so slightly, and it kind of went just off the edge. It should keep doing it while I'm tabbed off of the machine, but I think that's probably what it did. So we'll sit here and we'll just let that one empty a second. Now I'll go and get this one, and I will put this one back into the crop over here. Let that carry on doing what it was doing. And we've got one more run that we need to do with the wheat and sell that. So we're up to 79,000 euros with the wheat. We're doing very nicely on that. So we've definitely got the money to be able to do our upgrades on the seed drills. We've got the money to do our upgrade on this header right here, so that we've got the faster machinery. Really, the next thing that we're going to be wanting, let's go back up to you. The next thing that we're going to be wanting is the tractors. That's going to be what we're going to be looking at next, is upgrading to the to newer tractors and maintaining that 150 horsepower minimum. But I'd also like to... I'm kind of thinking, like, if we have 2 of these for our base running around tractors for doing the field work and stuff like that, and then I get another tractor that also has a minimum of a 50k box on it, but with more horsepower than this one's got, then I'm able to do those longer trips up and down to anywhere that we might be selling grain, and I'm able to use more trailers in order to do it. I think that's kind of like the bit that we should be aiming for. I think that's the the sweet spot on it all. At least this is what I'm thinking. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? I like the idea of brand new Valtra running up and down. Those have got the fast boxes on them, the same as the Fendts do. And we could get something that's got a reasonable price tag on it, I'm sure. There is the mod. I'm only going to do one more trailer load. I'm not going to do the little part trailer load. There is a mod that does do cheap second-hand machinery. I've no plans to use that one on this series, and I do still want to do everything on this series, or at least as much as I can on this series, without leasing. I realise that I have leased a little bit, but I don't want to do too much more of it. So this is 115 horsepower, except that I have actually gone for the 150 horsepower upgrade on that one. This Valtra right here has only got a 40k box on it. Configuration, what's it got? Engine setup. That goes up to 110. Yeah, right. You are not the one that I want. 40k. You're 30k. The Stars are really slow, aren't they? You're 100. The Massey's 110. That Fendt right there is 110. Engine setup, it goes to 138. It does... No, that's only a 40k box. There anything here that's suitable? I haven't, have I? I've got that... No, that one's not. This one right here, the Rigid Track from the new set, that's only a 40k box on it. It doesn't have options on its engine either. So we're not looking at anything in the small tractor section. We're upgrading to the medium tractor. Now, the Case right here is a powerful beast, but he's slow. That's why I don't like it. This one, the T6, I think that's the one I was looking at before. We've got the Stayer over there at 145. I kind of like the idea of the Stayer, and he is a 50k box. He can go up to 175. That one there, 50k box on it. Engine setup takes it to 175 as well. That's great. The Valtra right there, that's a 50k on there. It's 210. So, I actually kind of like the idea of having a Stayer. It's only a little bit more expensive. There's 175 and it's got 50k on it. This is a good thing. I like this idea. And then you're 50, you're 50. That one there, the Fast Track, though, it's getting expensive. That's 200,000 for that one. I mean, the Stayer right here, engine setup on there, the biggest boost to 175, it's only 120,000. All right. That's a definite possibility. That is definitely a possibility. I've sat here talking for too long. That combine is going to be filled up again. Last run now up to the mill. We go and sell this. We've got money to come in from straw from all of our fields. We're going to have quite the yield off of this as well. There's going to be quite a bit of grain coming off. What with the new big field alongside the land that we already had, there's a lot of grain going to be pouring out of everything here. So at the moment, I'm kind of thinking along the lines of we sell one of the small tractors in order to be able to make room for purchasing the... Well, unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. And for those of you wondering, the paid promotion notification that came up at the beginning of the video is because in the description down below you will find a link to Fanatical. I have an affiliation with them. If you use that link, I will earn a small commission on anything that you choose to purchase. But that is all we have got time for, so if you have enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.